Hi there, and welcome to the fourth of our COCC Calculator videos, the TI-8384. And this one is all about what if your calculator ever starts acting weird. So let's take a look at the handout here. Here are the three most common things to check. Okay? So first of all, kind of the idea is that this calculator can do a lot of things that you don't need to know about when you're just starting out. So let's kind of set it back to original condition. Press second and format, which is right here above the zoom key, and make sure that everything on the left-hand side is highlighted. You don't even need to know what this stuff stands for. Just make sure left side is highlighted. Second thing to do, press the mode key, and again, make sure everything on the left side is highlighted. If you have a newer calculator, your mode may have a second page. Mine doesn't, but just the default values are all here on the left. Now, what's this next thing? Press second and then stat plot. Wait, what? When would this ever come up? I'm going to pause the recording. I'm going to do something silly to my calculator, and then I'm going to show you when this comes up. Okay, let me show you when this next thing comes up. So let's say I'm working on the calculator and I just want to graph some plain old line, 2x plus 3. But then when I hit the graph key, press the graph key, what? Error dimension mismatch? Let's go back to y equals. Whoops, sorry, I have to quit first. Press enter on quit, and then the y equals. Notice up here, one of those plots is turned on. This is when we do the regression lines, the data to equations on the calculator. There's two different ways to deal with this. I could go up to plot 1 and press enter, and that turns it off. Now that it's not highlighted, it's turned off. Now the other way to do it is to go second stat plot above the y equals key, and then choose number 4, plots off, press enter to make it happen, and now I can graph anything I want, no problem. Basically, I'll show you real quick what that was. I had a list under my statistics menu, my data menu, and my list 1 and list 2 were two different lengths. So the calculator didn't know, how do I graph 2x values with 3y values? Oh my goodness, that doesn't make sense. So that's what happened there. Let me pause the video. Okay, I'm back. And look at what I wrote in this y equals screen. Y equals 2x plus. Oh, what is the calculator actually going to say when I ask it to graph that line? Well, let's press the graph key, and it says, I don't understand. What are you talking about? I don't get the syntax. Well, whenever you get the syntax error, use the go to. Number 2 here, press enter on that, and it says 2x plus what? I don't understand. And you say, oh, I forgot to write the 3. Now I can graph it. There we go. Now this will come up on the home arithmetic screen as well. Let's say I did something like 8 plus 9 divided by subtract 6. This is really a classic mistake. I used a subtract key when I should have used a negative sign. So let's see what the calculator does when I press enter. Error in syntax, go to. It says, I don't understand that. And you say, oh, that's the subtract key when what I needed was the negative key. Change that to a negative, press enter, we're good to go. Sweet. Quick little pause here. All right. And then the last couple of things on this page, my very favorite, the escape hatch. If you end up doing something you didn't want to do, okay, I hit some kind of key and I just don't even know what it is. This thing looks weird. I don't know what I'm doing. Press second quit right above that mode key. Second quit, right back to the home screen. If you typed something you didn't want to type, press that clear button and you're good to go. Now, one more little pause so I can set this next one up. Okay, so what I've done here is I set up an equation in the y= screen, a formula that's pretty complicated. The calculator is actually going to have to think about how to graph this. It's not going to be fast. So when I press graph, watch what happens. Notice here on the left-hand side, it's thinking, and it took a while to think while it was doing that graph. Here's one thing that can happen. So let me go back to y =. I'm going to change that equation so it has to think again. And when I graph it, I'm going to get impatient and I'm going to press the enter key. What the heck? Notice what's happening here in the upper right-hand corner? Little flashing dot, dot, dot. That means that the graph is paused. And the calculator will just stay paused until you tell it to go on. To tell the graph to continue, press enter again. Now it will continue and finish the graph. Okay? Let me show you one more thing. Let's say that we were in that y = screen and we had some horrible mess here. Let's stick a tangent in there. We don't even know what tangent is, but there it is. Ooh, we'll make it tangent of x squared, even worse. Okay, so what I've done here is I've made a graph, an equation, a formula that's even a little bit more complicated than the last one. And let's say I graph it, and then I suddenly realize, oh, I totally didn't want to do that, and this is taking forever. Second off, the graph stops, I can go back to doing whatever I was doing, which is not graphing that crazy thing. So, quick little review. Second format, make sure everything on the left side is highlighted. Press your mode key. Make sure everything on the left side is highlighted. If you ever get that dimension mismatch error, second stat plot, turn your plots off. If you get a syntax error, use the go-to. The calculator tells you what it doesn't understand. The escape hatch, second quit. This will be one of your favorites. And if you happen to accidentally pause a graph, make sure that you press enter to make it go again. Okay, have a great time. See you on the next video. Bye-bye.